TSPN presents Open Mic Friday with Mike Spence and Butter.
Well, we're back. Open Mic Fridays, again with a great guest, a face of Amador County. I'm here today with Anthony Hanks of Kaizen, Martial Arts Academy and Fitness. I think that's the way you pronounce that.
Yeah, you got it.
Kaizen is a two-syllable word.
Yes.
And I'll get to a little bit of what that means, but what you've meant to the county, Anthony, welcome to Open Mic Fridays.
Well, thank you.
You guys are an incredible resource here in Amador, and we have been watching your progress. I know most of the people in the community are aware of the Martial Arts Academy that you own and operate with your wife, Harmony, and your better half, I might add.
For sure.
And you also have a partner, a young guy.
Jason Aquino.
Jason?
Yeah,
you guys are
tremendously.
What a team. And the Kaizen family, if anybody isn't familiar with that, is something that's been developing here in Amador County for how many years? About 7 years?
Yeah, going on 7 years.
7 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I first came to Amador County, you guys were in the National Hotel building, I think, on the corner. In a smaller space.
Right to the right there.
And then you just exploded into this ambitious new studio, dojo, across the street with the biggest parking lot in Jackson. How did that happen?
Never expected it, for sure. Well, number one, without my wife, I probably would have never opened up a school in Amador County. I thought there's just no way for my skill and my ability and what my lifelong goal was that it would happen here.
Well, she's a creative individual with the arts and everything, but Harmony was an Amador County graduate, so she was from the county here locally, and you guys are a local business, which is exciting. I have to congratulate you on that. I've been in a few karate studios and judo I even took in college, but I've been in a few little dojos in my time over the years, maybe 30 years ago.
Nice.
And they were all just the dumpiest, dirtiest places. And Kaizen is just like the most modern. I mean, you have the most immaculate and most beautiful studio imaginable.
And I think that comes to kind of our main vision for the school, and that's really being like a family environment. Obviously, just like you said, when people walk in, you feel super comfy. It's not like, I don't know if I want to train here.
When you say Kaizen family, that's all the kids who are participating in the programs, but all ages, all levels of interest. I mean, you guys really have taken the discipline of the martial arts and extended that over into family life. And I know I've read a little bit about your program, and if there's something going on in the family, you can work on it in the dojo and in the studio and really extend those disciplines, which kids, they need something to do, obviously.
For sure.
More involved they are.
And for me, teaching, it's something that I lived through. I grew up with a single dad. My mom wasn't around and was in prison most of my life. And karate was that kind of savior, that opportunity for me to excel and to grow and people that inspired me to see, that there was something successful in me that I couldn't see.
And you started at such a young age, and how did you
6 years old.
How did you know when it was going to continue on into being what it's turned out to be?
I remember when I earned my black belt, 10 years old, getting ready to turn 11, and I knew then that this is what I wanted to do the rest of my life. And I remember I had a close friend that we both earned our black belts right around the same time, and we just said, this is what we want to do. And we did it all the way through high school, teaching under my instructor, Tom Hould, and he still owns a school, and it's a Kaizen as well in Monrovia, California. And it was just a lifelong goal and a dream, being 10 years old.
How did you know? Was there a point at which you saw it evolving into a family situation in terms of helping kids really have a place to be and be a part of the community?
Yeah,
community base?
I think the main thing behind that was the inspiration that my instructor gave me, and throughout my years of training and the struggles of trying to understand just life and growth as a young kid through high school and into college, he was always there to mentor me. Like, hey, I'm struggling through this. Hey, I'm working through this. And he was always there to communicate and, hey, let's work through that. And that's something he imparted to me, and it's something that I seek to impart to my students as well.
Well, you have every type of student in there. I saw your website. You had a lot of old guys like I am. You have real Amador County bodies.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not all skinny and then they're real super fit, because you are a fitness consultant, and in a lot of those programs, I know you provide specialty arts in terms of the full program of karate and jiu-jitsu. And it's not just a little kickboxing, a little jiu-jitsu, or a little karate. I mean, you get into each individual discipline.
Yeah, it's very technical. We're certified. I mean, years of training. I've been doing martial arts as far as a karate discipline for over 25 years. Right. I've incorporated jiu-jitsu into my training, and it now inflows
we're going to
into
not
our
to
other
embarrass
schools.
you, but we're going to show you some pictures while we're talking. I want Anthony on the screen. I know we have a picture of him going down to the mat with his head on the mat. That's got to be your favorite position.
Oh, man.
The comeback position.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Right?
So jiu-jitsu for 5 years,
wow.
and just recently, professional Muay Thai coach at our school who's trained several years in LA area and has moved to Amador County.
So the kids are really seeing an all-level, advanced situation in the studio as well, and you guys are providing a little bit of exposure to everything. I know that we have a butter break coming up, and we're gonna show some pictures of Anthony in the studio, and we're going to talk a lot more about Kaizen. But what you're doing with the community is something that Amador County is probably not used to. I mean, how many martial arts studios have there been in the history of Amador County? I don't know that they're used to what's available in there in terms of fitness and just overall programs. And we'll come back and we'll talk a little bit more about that as well. And
Great.
this is just an informal thing.
Yeah.
We want to mention it.
Woo!
I have the T-shirt. You've got the cool Kaizen.
I got the Kaizen.
And I've got the real T-shirt here.
49ers.
But Anthony was kind enough to bring me an incredible Kaizen T-shirt.
Yeah, just say thanks for letting me be on the show.
I don't know how to wear it, though, because if I wear that side, I know I'm going to get my ass kicked. So is there a way to wear just that side? Can I wear it just like that?
Yeah,
Maybe
sure, you
put something on the back?
You can rock that.
Yeah, if I put the karate, jiu-jitsu on the front, I'm going down. I know right away.
Just say, hey, I train in the fitness side. I'm
That's
working
right.
a little bit.
Well, I know I came into the dojo last week, and I think you probably thought I was going to walk across the room with my shoes on.
The mats, yeah.
I've been in a few, and I'm respectful, to your place there. You really thought I was going to walk across with my shoes on.
People do it sometimes,
People
but
do. I thought
if
about
they
it,
don't
and then I
know,
opened
they
the door. I realized it. You have just an immaculate studio in there that, the Japanese culture, I know there's a lot of that. I see that on the walls. And, tell me a little bit about that and how that plays into some of the, the background of what you're trying to teach.
Yeah, as far as like the culture of our school, with it being traditional arts, obviously karate is very Japanese based. Jiu-jitsu is originally from a Japan art that was influenced by Brazilian students who changed that. Really, it's becoming like a family culture where everyone's engaged together and living life together and helping each other out, and that's like our community.
We're going to come right back after the break. We have a little butter break, which everybody likes. And I know you're an animal person, and you'll enjoy that. And then we'll spin the wheel for a prize. And then we'll be right back with Anthony Hanks of Kaizen, and we appreciate you watching Open Mic Fridays, I think it's called. And not to promote anything, I swore I'd wear this T-shirt this week if they were still in it. I didn't want to jinx them, but I'm into it now.
Way to go!
Okay, we'll be right back.
Sweet.
You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN.